Now, the third way is what one might call pure cinematics, the assembly of film, and how it can be changed to create a different idea.
That's Alfred Hitchcock, and in this short clip he demonstrates the power of editing. If we take a close-up of a man, cut to a woman and her child, then cut back to the man and he smiles, what do we think of him as a character?
He's a kindly man. He's sympathetic.
Now, if we were to go back to that same close-up, but instead of the woman with her child, we saw a girl in a bikini, and then back to the man smiling again.
What is he now? The dirty old man. He's no longer the benign gentleman who loves babies. That's the difference. That's what film can do for you.
So let's look at a scene from Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Joel has taken the day off of work and ends up meeting Clementine. After some convincing, he goes upstairs to share a drink with her, and before he leaves, she gives him her phone number and asks him to call.
Wish me a happy Valentine's Day when you call. That'd be nice.
What do we think of Joel as a character? He's shy, he's nervous. The chronology of the film actually places this scene towards the end. This is after he's already had his memory erased, and so as far as his memory is concerned, he hasn't been with a woman in 2 years. So maybe she's moving a little too fast for him to feel comfortable, but he likes her and calls her as promised.
What took you so long?
I just walked in.
You miss me?
Oddly enough, I do.
You said I do. I guess that means we're married.
I guess so.
Super romantic, right? It's one of my favorite scenes in the film. But what if we were to put in an additional scene? If first we saw Joel make a different phone call, would it change how we feel about him in that moment?
Hello.
Hi, Naomi. It's Joel. I was thinking, and I think if we get back into this, fall into it fast, without considering the problems we had,
Yeah. Okay, Joel. I suppose you're right. Okay. I'm gonna get some sleep then.
Okay.
I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah, you too. I'll talk to you later.
Okay. Good night.
Good night.
What took you so long?
I just walked in.
For those wondering why this scene doesn't exactly look familiar, it's because it didn't make it into the final cut. It's one of several deleted scenes featuring Naomi, Joel's ex-girlfriend. We hear her name mentioned a few times, but we never see her on screen. In the film, we do learn that they were together for a few years before he left her for Clementine after meeting at the beach party. Another deleted scene shows Joel after he's had the procedure done. With no memory left of Clementine, he can't remember why he left Naomi in the first place. So operating under the impression that he hasn't found anybody since Naomi, he returns to something familiar.
It's been a lonely couple of years, really.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I don't even know what happened.
This all takes place before he's met Clementine in Montauk, the exact timeline of which is fuzzy, but we can assume it was a relatively small window of time between reaching out to Naomi and this night sharing drinks with Clementine. So this entire scene takes on a completely different meaning. Everything that we might have perceived as Joel being shy or nervous now looks a lot like guilt. You can even read it in his body language as he tries to get up to leave. The context given by these deleted scenes paints a different picture of Joel than what we're shown in the final film, exhibiting behavior that makes him seem selfish and more impulsive than he likes to let on, especially when you consider that this phone call would make the second time that he broke up with Naomi to pursue Clementine. We do hear mention of the first breakup, but it's all sort of glossed over. The impression given in the film is that it was a mutual decision or that it was a long time coming, but another deleted scene reveals that it played out quite differently than what we're led to believe.
Bullshit. Who is it? You met someone.
No, I just need some space, maybe.
The thing is, whatever it is you think you have with this chick, once the thrill wears off,
You're still Joel, with the same problems.
It's not somebody else. It's not.
Seeing these moments play out for ourselves changes everything that we thought that we knew about Joel. Like we saw with the old man in Hitchcock's demonstration, how the scenes are put together can be changed to create a different idea. These deleted scenes give us a different context that fundamentally changes how we view the characters of Joel and Clementine and their relationship together. One scene in particular comes to mind.
I'd like to, take you out or something.
You're married.
Not yet. Not married.
He's still with Naomi at this point. They've been in a serious committed relationship for years, and yet here he is making moves on another woman, who is more than happy to go out with him provided he ends things with Naomi first. Their entire relationship is built on an act of betrayal, which may be why Joel is so quick to suspect Clementine of cheating on him.
Now see, Clem, I assume you fucked someone tonight. Isn't that how you get people to like you?
That seed of distrust grows throughout their relationship, tearing apart everything that they built until neither of them can take it anymore and just try to go back to the start with a clean slate, only to wind up doing the exact same thing the second time around. Now, at this point, you might be thinking, well, these are deleted scenes, so how can we consider them when analyzing the film if they didn't make it into the final cut? And it's a fair question to ask, but remember, this plot involving Naomi still exists in the movie, it's just buried under layers of subtext. We do hear her name mentioned.
Maybe I should get back together with Naomi.
We do find out that they're still together before he starts dating Clementine.
I do sort of live with someone, though.
We just never see the messier details, but just because we can't see something doesn't mean that it isn't there. Just because a memory has been erased doesn't mean that it didn't happen. In the film, we hear Dr. Howard explain how the procedure works.
There's an emotional core to each of our memories, and when you eradicate that core, it starts its degradation process.
So it's not so much about erasing memories as it is erasing the emotions that are attached to those memories, which is a really elegant metaphor for the process of editing. It's not necessarily about the scene itself, it's about the feeling that that scene creates. The editorial process involves a series of creative decisions made from start to finish. You can think of it as two different branches. One deals more with choosing the right take, how long to let a shot linger before cutting, and other general visual sequencing or pacing. And the other deals with editing from a more top-down perspective concerning the story and the characters. It not only matters what information you give to the audience, but how you deliver that information and in what order. It's all about creating a feeling. So what feeling were the filmmakers trying to create?
I have this averse reaction to Hollywood romances. They've been very damaging to me growing up, I feel. And as I got older and I realized my life wasn't like that, you know, it became kind of depressing. And then I thought, well, kind of real life is more interesting, and maybe I should try to explore that and not put more damaging stuff in the world.
The thing about love is that it's messy and complicated, and we don't often see movies that explore that honestly. Because how do you explore a relationship in an honest way without creating something so cynical that no one identifies with it, while remaining sentimental enough without it feeling fake? The answer lies in the editing. Everything about the way this film is structured serves to better establish a sense of empathy for Joel. So if Joel believes that Clementine is the answer he's looking for, then some part of us has to believe that too. It's why their memories are presented in a reverse chronology. We see their memories play out from the worst of their moments together, working backwards to when things were going great, essentially causing us to feel the same nostalgia for their relationship that Joel feels. We're so used to films playing out in chronological order that it feels like the relationship is getting better as the film goes forward, despite the exact opposite being true. Saving their best moments for last allows those darker, final memories between them to fade in our mind, just as they fade from Joel's. But the film suggests that those memories are never really gone. How else could they find each other again in Montauk even after the procedure? The fragments of those memories still linger and carry with them significant implications for their future, whether they want to confront them or not. To borrow a line from Paul Thomas Anderson's Magnolia,
and the book says we may be through with the past, but the past is not through with us.
We are molded and shaped by our past. For better or worse, our past becomes a part of who we are, and trying to run from it doesn't change that fact. So whether or not Joel likes to admit it, finding and pursuing Clementine was a direct reaction to his relationship with Naomi. He's overcompensating in the opposite direction because she's nice but dull, and it all feels a little austere while they're together. But then there's Clementine. She's different. She's exciting. Right from the start with her orange sweatshirt. This is why Naomi's scenes were cut from the film, but why she's still a part of the story. Because she's still a part of Joel. But as Dr. Howard said, there's an emotional core to our memories, and once that emotional core has been removed, the memories begin their degradation process. Joel doesn't love Naomi anymore, and without the same emotional core at the heart of those memories, they too begin to fade like the rest. But they're not quite gone. Memories like that never really are. Some part of those moments will always stay with us, even if they're hidden from plain sight. And rejecting those memories will only lead you to make the same mistakes that landed you with such painful memories in the first place. For no mind is truly spotless, but maybe we can still find our own eternal sunshine in spite of that. Thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I spent a lot of time revising and re-editing until I got to a point where I was happy with it. I'm still not 100%, but I never am with these things, and eventually you just kind of have to put it out into the world and hope that nobody hates it. But if you didn't hate the video, if you actually enjoyed it and would like more people to see it, I would really appreciate you giving the video a like or a comment, because both of those things help the algorithm know that I exist. But anyways, thank you to my patrons for supporting this video and supporting me in what I do. You guys are awesome, and you really help keep this channel alive, and I thank you so much for it. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you're enjoying your holiday season, and I will see you next time.